torch. We the next generation since the day we were born. We were meant to live free, this our family. Always going for broke, yeah, we live in the dream.
The Nisei were the second-generation Japanese Americans who were born in the U.S., they were American citizens, but who were incarcerated during World War II.
The coastal area has been banned to all Japs, aliens, and native-born alike.
But many of them actually still fought for the U.S.
You fought not only the enemy, but you fought prejudice, and you won.
Fast forward, multiple generations later, I get to pursue a lot of dreams that, say, my grandparents weren't able to at the time.
Yo, keep passing the torch. We the next generation since the day we were born. We were meant to live free, this our family. Always going for broke.
Come join me on this journey where I get to sit down with other Japanese Americans who are pursuing opportunities that only the Nisei made possible.
Always going for broke, yeah, we live in the dream.
I'm Yotse, for instance, which means fourth generation. I'm Sierra Katow, host of the show, and I am here with iconic actor Tamlyn Tomita. You may know her from your roles on Karate Kid Part 2, Joy Luck Club, Cobra Kai now. But I mean, a lot of people may not know that you had your start in many ways as the queen of Nisei Week here in Little Tokyo, Los Angeles. I grew up watching The Day After Tomorrow, and I remember seeing you in that. And even though it's not necessarily an Asian American like specific project, it's just like something about seeing somebody who you can look up to and you're like, hey, she kind of looks like me.
Role models, that's something that people shy away from. I'm not a role model. It's like, no, yes you are, because again, representation matters. You see my face. In the 80s, there wasn't a whole lot. You know, there was still the iterations of Dragon Lady, of, you know, Lotus Blossom, of Gangster Girl, of Perpetual Foreigner. So I chose with a little bit more thought. I saw, with the success of Karate Kid 2, how impactful that was. That I'm a stone in a path of Asian American actors and storytellers. But the idea of Asian American roles has been so narrow because we're still in the throes of major discussions of what does it mean to be American? Is there a look of an American?
It's so relevant to where we are right now, and share with us what the veteran story does mean to you.
It's always been a point of pride. Who are the greatest soldiers in America? You know, who fought the best? You know, we can proudly say, as Americans of Japanese heritage, if we're going to go by the rubric of, you know, how many medals of honor, gold stars, silver stars, the whole list, the 100th and the 442, arguably the greatest fighting military unit in U.S. history.
Your father did serve. What was it like learning his history and also your mother's?
So my father was born in '36, so he was too young to serve during World War II, but he was interned with his family at Manzanar. And my Ji-chan, or great-grandfather, was incarcerated at Heart Mountain. We had entertained the ideas of becoming a Christian pastor, but for some reason, life took a turn. He was drafted into the army, stationed in Okinawa, Japan. That's where my mother was singing for the USO as an Okinawan Filipina woman. My father came home, became an LAPD police officer, co-founded the Asian Task Force. My two younger brothers both served in the military.
So I am here at East West Players.
East West Players is the longest running theater of color in the nation and the largest professional producer of Asian American work in the nation.
Look at how young John Cho is. Theater, which is different from film and television, with stories that are much more authentic, much more real, more indicative of the voices of Asian America, and with Asian faces. And they're live and in person in front of you doing their thing. And I'm going, holy moly, because until that point, I don't think I ever saw live theater. And I realized how important it was to be able to tell stories live and in person because of the energy in the room.
Oh, I got Picture Bride, hey! Oh my God, yes!
Akira Takayama
And Tamlyn Tomita.
about the picture brides who came into Hawaii.
Okay, so we're here at Visual Communications, which is all about discovering and empowering Asian American filmmakers and media artists. It's been around for more than 50 years. Yeah, since 1970.
What we're trying to invest in here, at least, about the power of storytelling, specifically with those veteran stories, is like, again, looking back to where we come from in order to go ahead.
How do you feel that story can relate to your story, can relate to Visual Communications?
Part of storytelling is not just living the dream, but living our nightmares. And people that we're honoring now are the folks that did not able to live their dreams. But we have folks like Tamlyn who are living the dream, I think, for what you're making happen, but you're also opening up for other people to live that with. Recently in our film festival, you supported a filmmaker who was unsure of their film, and you gave them confidence. It's a big deal.
We're all children of immigrants from one generation to another. To be able to tell these stories, it's like, I see my grandfather, I see my cousins here. The sameness, the struggle, and the triumphs of coming up and making our way in America are all the same.
What do you believe the Nisei Dream is?
Ganbatte, to do your best. It's giri, it's gaman, it's perseverance, it's stoicism. Otsukaresama deshita. It means thank you so much for the work we did together. And living the Nisei Dream is trying to live those qualities. And the fact that we can take away the word Nisei, that's something that we can probably share. It's a Japanese word, but it's an American idea. I want the whole nation to know, and I would like the whole world to know, that idea of community, that kind of idea of togetherness, to continue to work together, and to be grateful and thankful for the work that we did together. This is a continuing legacy that you and I can share. We are so lucky to have this house, to be able to say, this is Joe Hayashi, who fought for folks like you and me. Because of what he did, of his sacrifice, will leave the legacy for those that you and I, will leave behind.
So we've been saying the phrase go for broke. Basically, go for broke was a Hawaiian gambling phrase. It kind of means go all in, and the Japanese Americans used this phrase to sustain themselves through the war. You know, it's an attitude that got them through tough times. So, you know, think about what go for broke means to you. How are you going to use the attitude of go for broke to persist through your own challenges? Now, until next time, keep on living the Nisei Dream. For more information about Go for Broke National Education Center and to purchase your exclusive Living the Nisei Dream t-shirt, go to www.goforbroke.org. Please also consider making a gift to ensure that we can continue to educate and inspire all audiences about the meaning and significance of the Japanese American World War II veteran's story. We would love to hear from you.